Hey, hey. Okay, welcome back to another live workout together. This one's gonna be super fun. I've got my workout partner with me again. This is Peter. He's my 6-year-old, so he's gonna be able to work out with us today, which is awesome. If you ever want your own kiddos to work out with you, definitely have them work out. Maybe we'll get the dogs involved too. Odie, kennel up. Okay, so here's what we're gonna do for today. We're gonna need a couple dumbbells and a big physioball. So we're gonna use that big green ball back in my corner. If you don't have one, that's okay. I can give you some ideas on how to kind of adjust the exercises so that you can do them without a big ball. I'm often asked, what size ball is the right size? So for most women that are between the heights of 5'5" and 5'9", a 65 centimeter ball is about the right height. Okay, that's the size ball that I have. And in the comments afterward, I will post a link to this particular ball. So if you're below 5'5", a 55 centimeter ball is best. If you're 5'9" or taller, a 75 centimeter ball works best. For most women though, the 65 centimeter ball is good, okay? So let's start with a great workout or with a good warm up. You ready, buddy?
And my birthday is on April 20th.
His birthday is April 20th. He wanted you to know. Okay, let's go ahead and start warming up, you guys. Okay, we're gonna begin with our diagonal arm swings. So feet together, arms extended out in front, thumbs up. Let's pull your thumbs apart. One arm goes high and then bring it back together. One arm goes high and back together. And remember, as we're doing these, we really want to feel your shoulder blades kind of spreading, pulling it apart, feeling like you're getting that nice big stretch through your chest. One more on this side. Okay, let's do the other diagonal. So now up and down. Pull it apart and together. Each time you pull apart, it should feel like you're getting into the crevices of your shoulder blades and your chest a little deeper. One more. Good. Okay, so now we're going to find our bent over position. And I want you to prop your elbow and your hand between your knees so it's keeping your knees open. Squat down pretty deep so your fingertips are touching the floor. Let's reach one arm really high up to the sky for that big rotational stretch and bring it back down. Let's go again. 2, we're going to go to 5 of these. 3, 4, one more. 5. Okay, switch sides. Prop your elbows apart with the other, or prop your knees apart with your other arm. We're going to reach again 5 times on this side. 1, 2, 3, 4, one more. There's 5. Okay, stand on up straight. Good balance. We're going to have your hands on your hips. I want you to pick one knee up in front of you and then see if you can maintain your balance as you pull it open and then circle it back down. Let's do that again. So pick your knee up, pull that knee open, circle it behind you and back down. This time let's see if we can go a little bigger without it messing with your balance. One more. Woo, and then come from behind. Let's switch directions. So pick it up and behind, circling from behind. So what this should feel like, it should feel almost like you're kind of scraping the edges of your hip socket, working on that good hip mobility. Let's switch sides. Pick this knee up high, open it out to the side as high as you can, circle it down. So you're trying to do it without your body moving or losing balance. If you need to hold on to something, you can. Pick it up again. One more, go really, really big. Good. So now come from behind. So pick it up from behind and around. Comes from behind. One more. Good. Okay, let's set up for a good squat stance. So feet a little wider than hip width apart. Arms up to the sky, thumbs pulled back. We're going to sit down into a squat and then push through your legs to stand back up. Sit down again and push up. Make sure you keep your heels down. Your weight goes back into your heels. Arms stay up straight. You can breathe out, exhale when you get to the bottom. Let's go 3 more. One more. Good. Circle the arms back down. Plant your feet a little bit wider. We're going to rock all the way over to one hip, feeling that big inner thigh stretch, keeping this foot planted flat. Push yourself back up. Let's go the other way. Back up. Go the other way. Back up. Really reach forward. Yeah, if you have socks on, you might feel a little slippery. Sit really far down and back. Arms reach forward, and it should feel like your weight is along the outside edges of those feet. One more each side. Last one that way. Good job. Okay, so we're actually going to go back to our first warm-up exercise. Do it one more time through, but a little bit quicker. So let's do your diagonal arm swings again. Pull apart. So if you hopped on a little late, you can now catch these with us. Make sure you didn't miss anything. Switch sides. Pull apart, together, getting those shoulder blades to really move. Really slide across your back. Good. Let's find your bent over position. Hips are out behind you. Make sure that your back is not rounded. Pick your chest up so you're nice and straight. Prop your knees open with your arm. We're going to reach up, back down. Let's go 5 of these. There's 2, 3, 4. Good job. 5. Switch sides. Prop your knees open with the other arm. Reach again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's do our standing hip circles. So stand up, get your balance, pick your knee up, open it big, circle it around. Go again. Circle it around. Try to not tip around. Let's switch directions. You can hold on to the wall or a couch if you need to. One more. Good. Switch sides. Knees up. Swing it around. Nice and big. One more. Let's go actually the other direction. So pull from behind. Working on that balance. Let's go one more. Good. Plant your feet, arms overhead. We'll do our Y squats. Keep your heels down. Sit down and back into your heels. Push yourself back up. Down and back. Push up. Down and back. Push up. Let's go 2 more. Last one. Plant your feet wide. Heels a little wider than your toes. We're going to sit down and back, reaching forward. Let's come the other way. Sit really far back with your hips. Reach really far forward with your hands. Let's go one more each side. Good job. Okay, so we should be nice and warm and ready to go now. Okay, grab a quick sip of water if you have it. We're going to start out with a circuit of 3 exercises that are going to primarily work your core muscles. And we're going to use your physioball. So the physioball, or PB, it's our big ball here. And a quick trick, if it always feels like it's squirreling, like it's really hard to control, pump it up as hard as you possibly can, okay? Get your ball extremely firm, and that's going to help you out a lot. So we're going to start with it on the floor. We're going to come down onto your knees behind the ball, and I want you to position your elbows on top of the ball so that your arms are laying on the ball. And I want you to move your knees back a little bit further, tuck your toes in, pull your belly towards your spine, and then lift your knees straight up off the floor and hold. And then back down. Yep. So tuck your toes in, go again. Pick your knees up and back down. You can be up on your toes. Yep, just like that. Pick your knees up. So we're finding this plank position on the ball, but we're not staying in it for very long. Let's go 2 more. So I want you to really pull your belly towards your spine and pick the knees up. Find that plank. Set it down. We'll go 1 more. Pick up, exhale, and set it down. Good job. Let's go ahead and flip over and position ourselves so our heels are on top of the ball. And you want to have it so your feet are about hip width apart. They shouldn't be touching each other. They need to be lined up perfectly. Your toes pulled back towards your knees, and a good 90-degree bend at your knees here. So, hands on the floor for stability. Press down through your heels to lift your hips up and back down. If this feels impossible with the ball, you can always just do a basic bridge on the floor, so no ball. Or you can push the ball into the wall and let the wall be your support. So hips up, down, up, down. Let's go one more, up, down. Good job. Okay, so let's get rid of the ball. Oh yeah, you can also use a box like Peter's using here and do a bridge. Okay, let's get rid of the ball for just a second. We'll come back to those, okay? So we're gonna be on your hands and knees, this quadruped position. Nice neutral spine, making sure that your back is not arched or rounded. Lock it in a nice neutral spine. We're going to extend your left arm straight forward, thumb up to the sky, and press your right leg, your opposite leg, straight back. Other leg here. There you go. Yeah. So your opposites. In this position, make sure that your belly is pulled up to your spine. Big deep breaths. One more deep breath. Go ahead and set down, and we're going to switch. Extend this arm straight forward, that leg straight back, belly towards your spine, lift everything. Push your fingertip apart from your heel and set it back down. We're going to go one more hold on each side. Extend, belly pulls up towards your spine. You're holding steady. Make sure that this shoulder blade stays back. Set that side down. Let's do one more time on this last side. Extend your heel, extend your fingertips, pull your belly up towards your spine. Big deep breath. One more deep breath. And set it down. Great job. Okay, let's go back to the ball. Now with this one, if you didn't have a ball, you can certainly do a regular plank on the floor. I like doing the planks where you just do like a knee lift off. That helps get you into that plank position, but you don't have to hang in it for too long, especially if you're working on healing some diastasis that's going on. You don't want to hang out in a plank for too long. So this is a great way to create that tension without being there forever. So find your elbows on the ball again. Walk your knees back with your toes tucked in. Let's go ahead and pull your belly toward your spine, and then pick your knees up and press your heels back. Make sure that you're not laying on the ball. Keep the ball pushed away from you. Let's set the knees back down. Do that again. Press back with your heels, lifting your knees up. Set your knees back down. We're going to go two more lifts. Press your heels back. Knees come up. Set the knees down. We'll go one more. Knees come up, heels press back, really firm. Keep your belly pulled in toward your spine. Set the knees down. Good job. Let's flip over on your back. Heels go on top of the ball. Nicely lined up. We've got our 90-degree angle. Make sure your knees aren't flopped open. Keep them in straight. We're going to push through your heels to lift your hips up. Let's go 10 of these. There's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You should be feeling the backs of your legs. 9 and 10. Nice job. Get rid of your ball. And we're going to do those bird dogs. So that was on your hands and knees. Make sure you're squared up really nicely. Pull your belly up towards your spine, but we don't want to over round, over arch. Keep it really firm. Let's extend opposites. Hold steady. Big deep breaths. One more deep breath. Set that side down, switch sides. Extend out straight. Push that heel back as hard as you can. Reach your fingertips forward as hard as you can. Keep your belly pulled up towards your spine. Shoulder blade needs to slide back. Set that side down. Switch sides again. Big deep breaths. Set that side down. One more side. pushing that heel back, pushing your fingers forward, and set it down. Great job. Okay, we're gonna finish with that. That circuit is finished with. Grab a quick sip of water if you have it. How are you doing, buddy?
I'm good.
You're doing good? Okay. I don't know if they can see you behind that box. Now we're gonna need your dumbbells. Okay, so let's grab just one dumbbell for starters here. You can certainly use fairly heavy ones here. I just grabbed a 15 for now. You can use a 15. You could use something a lot heavier than that if you want. This exercise that we're gonna do is a very solid position, so you could probably use the heaviest one you've got because it's such a stable position. If there's any exercise that you're able to do a lot of weight with, it's gonna be this one, okay? So we're holding the weight underneath the top cap and pull that dumbbell back into your chest so it's holding right at your chest. Feet are planted nice, like a good squat width apart. We're gonna sit down and back into your squat. Elbows will touch your knees and then push through your legs to stand back up. We're gonna go 10 of these. There's 2. You wanna come up to straight at the top. There's 3, 4, 5, and it should feel like you're pushing through your heels. There's 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Good job. Take your dumbbell, and we're actually going to use the physioball again here. Peter, this one might be difficult for you to do without a ball. So we're going to practice a single arm chest press. So I want you to just sit on the ball with the dumbbell close by your side, and we're going to walk yourself forward on the ball so that your head and shoulders can be supported on the ball, and push your hips up. Let's position your dumbbell right in at your armpit. Keep your hips nice and high. We're going to push the dumbbell straight over your chest, not over your face. It should be right above your chest. And then slowly lower it with control back towards your armpit. Push up again and back down. Let's go 6 of these. Here's 3, 4. Firm hold on the ground with your feet. 5, and 6. We're going to switch hands, but make sure you're switching right on top of your body, not above your body. Let's push from the armpit straight over your chest. 1, back to the armpit. 2, you should feel your glutes working hard. 3, 4, 5, and 6. Good job. Bring it right at your chest again. Walk yourself up and sit up onto your ball. Let's get rid of the ball. We're done with that for now. I want you to find a half kneeling position. So we've got one knee down like you're proposing, okay? Make sure this front leg is not going in or out. Sit up straight. Make sure your hips are tucked in nicely tight. We're going to grab your dumbbell on the big ends, so on the caps. Hold it down by one hip, and we're going to lift it up and over the opposite shoulder, but without arching your back or twisting. So lock everything in tight. Bring it by that hip and lift. We're going to go 6 of these. 3, 4, 5, and 6. So your goal is to not let anything on your body move, but to hold in tight and prevent any motion. So let's switch sides. Make sure this knee is forward, nice and straight. Tuck your tail in so your hips are tight and your core is tight. Start with the weight down by this hip. Lift up and over. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's 6. Good job. Let's stand back up. We're going to go back to that goblet squat. If your first time around you felt like your weight was too light, you can certainly go up and grab a slightly heavier weight, or we can just stick with what you've got, okay? So we're going to go 10 squats here. So let's sit down and back, sticking your booty out, push back up. 1, 2, your knees should be right above your feet. 3, 4, stick your booty out really far. Good. 6, 7, 8, 9. Last one. There's 10. Good job. Okay, let's go back to your physioball. We're going to do that single arm chest press again. So you want to start by sitting on the ball, get it underneath you, and just remember when you walk yourself out, you're going to go that way. So you want a lot of room in front of you. Okay, so we're walking out this way. Push your hips up so you're nice and flat. Lay your head back on the ball. Make sure you're not so far that your chin is tucked in. You should be able to have a nice open chin. Elbows pointing out to the side, not at a 90-degree angle, kind of more at a 45-degree angle. We're going to press right over your chest, back to the armpit. Go again. There's 2, 3, 4, 5, one more, 6. Bring it down, switch hands. 45-degree angle with the dumbbell and your elbow. Push up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Bring it back down, walk yourself up. Get rid of the ball. We're going to find that half kneeling position again. I know, because you're on a box instead of a ball. If we had a small ball for you, it would be better. Okay, sit down on your knee, nice and straight, making sure that you don't have your hips out to the side. Knee needs to point straight forward. Dumbbell is down by one hip. Tuck your tail in. We're going to lift up and across. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Switch sides. Put the other knee forward. Keep in mind, if this bothers your knee, put a lot of cushion under it, okay? You can take a yoga mat and fold it up a bunch of times so you have a lot of cushion there. Okay, if that still bothers your knee, you can do this just in a squatting position. Okay, so start with it low, lift up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, there's 6. Good job, you guys. I think my partner took a potty break. Okay, go ahead and grab another quick sip of water. We're not quite done yet. I'm going to teach you 3 more exercises. Our first one is going to start with that ball again, but this time the ball is just going to act almost like a prop. We're not going to lay on it. It's going to feel fairly stable, actually. So bring it out in front of you. Grab one dumbbell here. We're going to bend over so that we find that bent over position again, but I want to talk about this position for just a second. We have one hand on the ball. I want to make sure that you're not looking at the ball like this with your back all rounded. Stick your tail out and get your chest in low to the ball. The ball should be out in front of you, okay? Feet are parallel, okay? So you're in this nice flat back position. With your free hand, we're going to pull back with the dumbbell without moving your body. You're not rotating your body, you're just pulling your elbow back. Okay, so pull up. 1, we're going to go 6. 2, make sure your hips are more bent. 3, stick your booty out. 4, 5, one more, 6. Good. And while you're rowing, it should feel like your whole shoulder, the shoulder head rolls back too, and your shoulder blade slides across your back. Let's switch sides. So put your other hand on your ball. Get into that nice bent over position with your booty out behind you. You shouldn't have your bum tucked. Really stick it out. And we're going to row. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Good. So you're going to find this bent over position again here in just a second. Let's grab your other dumbbell. So now we need 2 dumbbells. And we're going to have them just kind of dragging right along the front of your thighs. And we're going to hinge over right to that bent over position we were just in. So we're going to bring the dumbbells right below your kneecaps. And we're going to push your hips forward to stand up. Let's see if we can bring the dumbbells up to your shoulders and then push them overhead. So it's kind of a 3-part motion here. Let them back out. Hinge back over, sending your hips back, nice flat back. Stand back up, drawing your hips forward, up to your shoulders, push overhead. Back down, okay? So I'll show you from the front. Make sure your hips push back. Don't let your back be rounded. Push your hips back forward, up to the shoulders, push overhead. Let it out. Go again, let's go 2 more of these. Push your hips back, push them back forward, up to the shoulders, push overhead. Let's go 1 more. Push your hips back, stand up, push them forward, up to the shoulders, overhead. Good job. Okay, get rid of your weights. I want you to find a prisoner position so your elbows pull back, fingertips on the back or on the back of your head are kind of right behind your ears. We're going to pull your elbows back. That's going to open your chest up, squeezing your shoulder blades together. Keep it there so you're feeling your upper back muscles engaged. We're going to take 1 foot and cross it behind at a bit of an angle and sink down and stand back up so it feels like a curtsy or a cross behind lunge. Let's do the same side. There's 2. We're going to keep going until we get 6. 3. This knee can flop open a little bit. 4. 5. 1 more. There's 6. Switch sides. Keep your elbows pulled back. We're really working your upper back here. 1. 2. Keep your core in tight. That's going to keep your hips from shimmying too much. 3. Elbows pulled back. 4. 5 and 6. Nice job. Grab your ball again. We're going to do that bent over row. So we want to make sure, once again, you can see my partner, he's doing a lot of this. We want to make sure you push your chest forward and have a nice flat back. Okay, so stick your booty out, get your weight. Hand is out in front of you. We're going to pull that whole arm back, including the shoulder blade, 6 times. 2, 3, 4, 5. I think we can go to 8. 6. Let's go to 8. 7. 1 more. 8. Good job. Switch hands. Other side. Nice flat position. Make sure that your belly is pulled up towards your spine. Pull up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Good job. Get rid of your ball. Grab both of your weights now. We're going to do our deadlift to the overhead press. So once again, we're going to let the dumbbells just kind of drag right down the front of your thigh to right below your kneecaps. Make sure your knees stay open. Push your hips forward. Bring the weights up. Push overhead without pushing your hips forward at the top. Let it out. Slide down, sending your booty out. Back up, up, out. There's 2. Down. Slide forward. Up, up. There's 3. Slide it forward, booty back. There's 4. We've got 2 more of these. Up, up, up. There's 5. 1 more. Hinge over. Stand up. Pull it up. Push it up. Good job. Okay, get rid of your weights. We're going to do that prisoner position, cross behind lunge. So hands are up behind your head. Push your chest forward. We're going to do that curtsy motion. Step back and come back up. Let's go 6 that direction, keeping your elbows back. 2, 3, really steady up top. 4, 5, 6, switch legs. 1, try to not let your tail go really arched out behind you. 3, 4, 5, last one. There's 6. Good job, you guys. Okay, grab a quick sip of water and then we're gonna cool down with some good stretches. How are you doing, buddy?
Good.
Good. You ready to stretch? Do you feel strong?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah? That's good. Okay, so let's find our way down to the floor. We're going to start with just a basic, nice child's pose. So down on your heels. If that's really difficult for you to get this way, you can put a block or something underneath your hips. but this should be fine. We're going to walk your hands forward, keeping your hips down onto your heels, and find that just good, really relaxing child's pose. Let's take a couple big, deep breaths here. Let's take your fingertips now and walk them over to the side. So over to the left, but keeping your right hip down on your right heel. Big deep breaths. Now walk your fingertips all the way back over to the other side. And all the way back to the center. Let's rise up onto your knees a little bit. We're going to take one arm, reach it really far under, feeling that twist across your upper back. Your other hand can be used as support, kind of like a prop. Big deep breaths here. Let's go ahead and push up and switch sides. Reach the other arm under, threading that needle. Big deep breaths. Let's push all the way back up. And I want you to flip over onto your back. Okay, so laying on your back, we're going to grab one knee and pull it into your chest, trying to keep your other leg down nice and flat. Hug that knee in nice and tight. And then let's see if we can grab behind your thigh and start to extend your leg up towards the sky, pushing your heel up, getting that leg almost straight or as straight as you can. Should feel like you're getting a really nice hamstring stretch there. Maybe you even feel it in your calves too, making sure that your toe is pulled down towards your knees. Big deep breath. Start to pull it in just a little bit tighter. Let's go ahead and bend your knee now, cross it over, cross your ankle over the other knee. So we're finding ourselves in this figure 4 position. And we're going to reach through, if you can, and grab your thigh on this side. Pull the whole unit in towards you without it swiveling your hips off the floor. Keep them down nice and flat. Big deep breaths. And go ahead and release. Let's do the whole series on the other side. So grab your knee, pull it in towards your chest. Big deep breaths. Let's grab behind your thigh and start to extend your leg up straight. Let's bend your knee now, cross your ankle over your other knee, and pull that leg in like a nice figure 4 stretch. Big deep breaths. Go ahead and release, and I want you to plant your feet down on the floor, kind of wide. So plant your feet so they're a little wide apart, almost as wide as a mat apart. We're going to take your right knee and let that right knee just flop inward. We're getting this kind of awkward but good internal rotation stretch. Let's pick that knee up and flop the other knee inward. Let's pick that knee up, go to the first side, flop your first knee inward, and then let's intensify it a little bit by adding your other foot. Kind of step onto the outside of that knee with your heel. That's going to push that knee down a little closer into the floor. Let go, plant that foot, pick that knee up. We're going to rock the other knee down in towards the floor, and let's lay your heel on the top of that knee now. So it should be your right heel is on the top of your outer left knee. Go ahead and release. Pick your knees back up. Big exhale. One more big inhale. Big exhale. Go ahead and roll on up. Great job, you guys. Hopefully that felt like a good strength training session. Not too overwhelming, not too difficult, just kind of the right intensity. Getting everything woken up and feeling like your muscles were challenged in good ways. Thanks for joining me, Peter. Hopefully you had some kids joining you too. All right, you guys, thanks again, and we'll see you next time.